Hello, welcome to the James Linker Experience. Please, what's this blue thing in the chicken? The only choice in that situation is to lick it and find out. What? Yeah, that's horrible. Send it to a lab to find out, and whilst you're there, let them actually analyse how much chicken's in that meat.
Vous avez vu les rats?
Well, that explains where the chicken came from. Dude didn't even flinch. Panic in Paris as rats scurry through the city and families are pushed out. Ah, rats. The major capital is suffering from a rat epidemic and a housing problem. Well, not for the rats. With many people fleeing. Do any of you live in Paris? Is there really a rat epidemic going on now?
I genuinely thought I was tripping. Like, I thought that, I don't know. I thought everything was going back in time, man. I don't know what I thought, but oh, it wasn't good.
That is my reaction when I see the tax man. Either she's amazing at running backwards or that is a glitch in the Matrix. You know which one my mushed up brain is thinking. That looks so strange, but eyes on the road, sir. This will always weird me out. The Broom twirled, then stood up straight. Witch, sorry, that was rude. Madam Witch is not leaning against the desk. So how is that even possible? I really should have listened in physics class instead of planning my championship manager team.
The United Nations is proposing a universal digital identification system that would be directly connected to people's bank accounts and payment apps. So if everybody had a UNID, this would connect the whole world under an identification system, because the UN is all countries.
My cabin in the woods is taking shape.
The UN had this agenda briefing. It's called the Global Digital Compact, an open, free, and secure digital future for all. Now, why would they want to connect to the banking? If there's some way that the whole world is going to communicate under one currency, then they're going to have to be identified under one unit of identification. What's interesting is that when you look at what the World Economic Forum propagates, they want to propagate human identification with a biometric system. And they have this program called the New Champions, where they allow new companies to come in to help them with their agenda. Fingerprint cards joined the World Economic Forum's New Champion initiative, and their whole objective is to create biometrical identifications and put it on debit cards, smart cards, and identification cards.
Something just doesn't feel right about this whole thing, this constant invasion of privacy. Let me know your thoughts on that.
Yo, check this out. Whoa, check this out.
I am, mate, relax.
Vegas. Dude, what? I have never seen anything like this before. What is going on?
If it's in Vegas, could it be some sort of light show?
What? Wow. It's just trippy.
It's not entirely obvious to me what that is. Right in front of your face. I didn't see that initially, but now he's shown me I can't unsee it. Did you see it before he highlighted it? Kool-Aid is a corn demon, confirmed. Blood, skull, destructive tendencies. Do I even need to say it? Do not drink the Kool-Aid. TBT, the time this man rang my doorbell at 3 AM, I was freaking out, so I called my mum. Dude is high as a kite, I reckon. Wait until they bump into each other tomorrow morning.
Jeff, was that you last night waking me up at 3 AM?
When you see this in your backyard first thing in the morning, Ohio. and I thought my neighbor was bad. If I saw that, I'm getting a dog, one of those ugly mutts with too much saliva. The dog, not the witch.
When was the last time you saw Ryan Seacrest? Why do I ask? Because he was recently interviewed for an iHeartRadio special, and he was just unrecognizable, leaving fans asking the question, has Hollywood claimed another celebrity?
What does he mean by Hollywood got him? I'm not fully understanding the claims people are making in videos like this, some of which I've shown in recent videos.
If you haven't seen the interview, take a look at this.
Who would be your dream
Look at his
residency in Vegas?
Well, my dreams are coming true. Mariah's
Who is
doing
that?
it, right?
That
So
is
that
not
would be
the
a
same
good one.
guy.
Yes, the Mariah Christmas
Is that
one.
Ryan
I can't wait to ask her
Seacrest
what
that
to-
you're
what we
used to
expect
seeing?
from that, what we can expect from that. So that would be a good one.
This is the Ryan Seacrest we're all used to seeing. And a matter of fact, this was taken just a couple of weeks ago. So who is this Ryan Seacrest?
But yeah, he looks like he's lost loads of weight and probably had a little work done too. Shh, don't tell anyone.
The question needs to be asked, has Hollywood claimed another celebrity? As I always say in my videos, I understand that people can age, but just take a look at Ryan Seacrest from not too long ago versus the Ryan Seacrest of now.
Cosmetic surgery slaps me in the face.
We all just got woken up to some disturbing sound all through the whole area. I just called 911 and they said they've gotten like over 50 calls about it.
Well, that's one way to cure constipation. Is that noise from machinery like construction work or something? Or could it be supernatural? These roaring noises that sometimes seem to come from the sky, sometimes under the ground, are genuinely bizarre videos. They absolutely baffle me, but then again, so does making an omelette, so...
We all just got woken up to some disturbing sound all through the whole area. I just called 911 and they said they've gotten like over 50 calls about it.
What do you think that could be? Can someone enlighten me as to what these videos with these roaring noises could be?
I can't quite believe that people still consider it to be a hoax. In the summertime of 1996, a young man, 19-year-old man called John Whaley, came down to Wiltshire to visit crop circles. One night, he decided he was going to do a night watch. He asked various people in the barge inn if anybody wanted to join him, but because it was wet and cold and raining, nobody wanted to go with him. So he went along on his own, set up his tent, and during the night, about just around 4 o'clock in the morning as it became light, he was awoken by some sounds. He opened the zip of his tent and, to his absolute amazement, noticed that there were these orbs, white orbs of light flying around in the field. He grabbed his camcorder and handheld filmed these orbs flying around the field for more than 15 minutes. He was completely transfixed by them.
I've seen that crop circle video before. Wiltshire is near where I'm from. This clip was from 1996. Interestingly enough, the earliest known historical mention of crop circle, albeit not by that specific name, emerged in 1678. This 1678 pamphlet is often described as the first historical reference to crop circles. Why do I never get pamphlets like that? All I get through the door is boring things about recycling. I want the monster mowing the lawn, please. In other words, the farmer's crops had been mowed in the shape of spiraling circles that were so precise it would have been impossible for an ordinary man to complete them in one night. The farmer, so disturbed by what had transpired, dared not disturb the perfectly mowed circles. This chilling story left the people of 17th century England as baffled then as people would be hundreds of years later.
When it finished, he grabbed his camera and excitedly wanted to tell people, but there was no one around. It was dawn. So he drove to the barge inn.
This is on a man's surveillance camera deep in Michigan. He said that he has several missing animals. His partner, his dog, he had a bloodhound, all of a sudden became missing. And, there's a website called the North American Dogman Project for people who say they are seeing a upright mammal that looks like pretty much a werewolf.
Michigan Dogman, the legendary 7-foot-tall canine monster. The Michigan Dogman is a bipedal creature with a head of a dog and the body of a man that allegedly roams the northern Michigan forest. Good doggy. Good doggy. Ah, balls, I forgot the treats. Do you like mushed up in my pocket Starburst by any chance?
And we've covered this topic before here on Off the Grid. It goes back to 1610 with Catherine Cross. On her tombstone, it said by human wolves. So you got to think about all of this. So this photo right here was captured on a man's security surveillance home, on his home. You know, he hadn't been to his cabin since he'd seen this photo. You know, the footprints were almost size 20.
Well, that's genuinely curious.
When Dogman started to be talked about more, they came out with the movie and the book series Dogman. And so when you Google, that's what pops up now instead is the book and the children's video. So I wonder if that's another like Disney's Frozen kind of thing to just kind of muddy the waters if you're going to try to research too deep.
What is the Disney's Frozen theory? I am not watching Frozen to find out, to be clear. To be fair, if you went to the forest to find the Dogman and this guy turned up, that would be even more terrifying. I'm James Linker. Thank you so much for giving me your time and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.